Hello, my wonderful people. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on your time zone or any time you are coming across this wonderful platform, Linda's TV show. If it is your first time and you like what we are doing here, kindly subscribe, put on your notification bell to all notification. In that way, you will be able to know when we upload a new video. What do we do here? We react to all forms of videos. We inform, educate the members of the public about what is happening in the globe, because information, they say, is what? Power. I want to appreciate YouTube for creating this wonderful platform that we are using to pass this information across. At the same time, I put a disclaimer that here in Linda's TV show, all the content is here. Do not in any way intend to preach hate speech, misleading information, violent or instigating war. I don't like war, so I do not promote. I don't like misleading information. I do not promote. I do not like violence. I will never promote it. YouTube, take note of this. So my great
party of the day, which is APC, kept quiet, did not caution this, did not question this. The DSS and security operatives did not call anybody for investigation. The Edo State governor was not calling for any investigation. Everywhere is quiet. Now let's say if the reverse was the case. For example, an extraction or a group of persons from another ethnic group, or the Peter Obi himself make such an inciting statement. How would the polity have been by now? What would have been the response of the day? Is the government and the security agencies, are they also part of weaponizing political thuggery, inciting violence, demonizing political opponents, and inciting the polity, watching incitements by supporters of the day, of the government of the day, and their opponents, give a lot of rhetorics either via social media, create unrest, and be mute? Is it until there is a complete breakdown of law and order before anybody speaks or says anything? In the process, governance seems to be moribund or kept behind. Ladies and gentlemen, while we continue with this conversation and all the political permutations ongoing, with some clamoring for good governance and feeling that certain individuals will help them deliver that governance, we also need to look into other sectors that will make Nigerians feel that they are part of the living. My guest this evening is Barrister Darlington Agumo. Barrister Darlington, good evening and thank you for joining us today. So how do you see what is currently going on in our polity, while there are other vices that needs to be addressed? For example, Edo State, Lagos State, Anambra State, and a couple of other states are the hotspots for cultism. I thought that the government of the day would speak to this, but that aspect seems to be quiet while they're going about responding to political conversations.
Esther, you see why I quarrel with these people and what they do. Okay. Most times when I see this thing, and remember, most times when I come here and I say this thing as it is, they will be talking, you are biased, you are this, you are that, they will be talking. And I keep asking myself, what is that thing we have said that others have not done worse, yet nobody said anything? Do you know why this thing is going on, Esther? It didn't start today. Over the years, the Igbos have been so peaceful and so gentle. That is why every riffraff talk to them anyhow, especially Obi. No Igbo politician have been insulted the way Obi has been insulted, all because he doesn't even bother, he doesn't care. Esther, they just talk to this man, and by implication talk to any Igbo person that is supporting Obi. What kind of life is that? Esther, please tell me. You can see how these people have been they have reduced politics to the lowest level. Because they did it in Benue, where the same man who claimed to be a reverend father told Obi not to come to Benue. Now somebody has copied it. What are they driving at? I have always told you here that the society prepares the crime, then the criminal commits it. Anytime the Igbos reply now and say nobody should cross River Niger down to the southeast, what do you think will happen, Esther? That's what they will pick. I said that is the only thing they will remember. But this one now that they are doing all over the place, nobody will talk about it. I have always asked you this question. The Fulani people that have surrounded the whole Nigeria are killing people in their... Have anybody raised any finger against them? Has anybody raised any finger against them, Esther? You can see the problem with Nigeria. I don't know why they have hated the Igbo man so much. Look at ordinary Edo State threatening the Igbos, and by implication, Peter Obi.
They didn't threaten the
man.
He called Peter Obi. He didn't say
Obi said he hate them. He hate these people.
He didn't say these people. Barrister, he said Peter Obi. He said Edo State Peter Obi.
That man, go and listen to that speech very well. Go and listen to it very well. In fact, he combined all the Igbos And this is not the first time. Are you new to these things? Is it the first time? In the north, they are not safe there. In southwest here, they are not safe. Now it has entered the Midwest here.
The thing
so
is, Barrister, are we saying that this thing there is an order from the federal level? Because I have never experienced such in our political dispensation. Even as bad as Muhammadu Buhari's administration was, we didn't see it like this.
No,
it feels like this whole thing is okay. Let me ask you a big question. And again, I'm not into the whole tribalistic sentiment thingy. I'm not into it. But if you look at certain incidents and what is going on, it drives one to lean into that angle of reasoning. What if Peter Obi did not contest in 2023? Do you think this kind of incitement will be in the polity?
It will not. They don't even want to do. Why should an Igbo man contest election? Esther, can't you see it? Why should an Igbo man contest election? Initially, they said we don't know politics, we don't know anything. It's only business we know. Now, just one outing. Look at the hatred it has generated. One outing.
No, that's not the only place he has gone.
I said this is one outing of an Igbo man that has so much clout.
Okay.
Did they believe that a Peter Obi will pull such a weight?
Well, Barrister Darlington, Monday Okpebolo said that he didn't threaten Peter Obi as widely speculated, but we heard him. I mean, I think I played that audio on Friday where Monday Okpebolo categorically made a statement that he made. And I wondered why he thought anybody would misinterpret what he said, because his spokesperson came to say that Nigerians misinterpreted what Monday Okpebolo said. And I'm wondering how, because it was something that we all clearly heard him say. So how was it misinterpreted, and in what context did it seem like anyone incited anything or infused anything other than what he said? But the issue here is this, Barrister Darlington. According to him, he said the last time Peter Obi came that this visit that there was a stampede, that three persons died as a result of the stampede. They asked him where, because he went to one of the orphanages, I think, and one of the nursing schools to donate the money that he donated, and he said anytime he comes around, people always come around him, and so that caused a stampede. But the commissioner, the spokesperson, couldn't tell us precisely which of the events in the state that Peter Obi attended where the stampede occurred and who these individuals are that were stampeded on that died. So according to him, it was a security reason, and for that the governor was right for making the statement he made. But there was something Kenneth Okonkwo said. So what if it was another opponent?
Of course.
Would they have reacted the way they did?
He dare not. Esther, you saw how Emso Oluomo was welcomed in Edo State when Okpebolo won that election. Remember? And this is a what do you call a motor park manager. He was welcomed like a king in Edo State. Can you beat that? This Okpebolo. You see, Esther, you see, when I tell you that we are the one causing problem to ourselves by bringing bad leaders on board. That Okpebolo, in a normal setting, when the last of Ogbemudia were alive, we saw a man become the governor of Edo State. Be sincere to yourself. Will Okpebolo, who couldn't even read the figures in his own budget?
Let's hear him.
I am sending a direct message to him. There is a new sheriff in town. He cannot come to Edo without telling me, because his security will never be guaranteed. Whatever happens to
So I don't know if we could all hear him make that statement, because it was clear when he made the statement. My question is this, Barrister Darlington, can the principal of the Labour Party in 2023 sue because he has been quiet? For Omoyele Sowore, he said that kind of situation can never ever happen to him.
That's Peter Obi's problem with the state governor. They are all the same. So,
but it affects you as an opposition.
It doesn't affect me, because if I want to go anywhere, let them come and stand on my way. They can. They threaten people, they can threaten, not us. They know that. When we say we are coming to the police headquarters, the police issued a statement threatening us that we cannot come here. Are we not here today? So, I don't want to be distracted by all those side talks about if the governor of Edo State threatens me, we will take people down there and dethrone him as the governor of the state. When the people are talking, when they take over the street, all oppressors will run away. When people take over street, when people take over street, all oppressors will run away.
coming up, a couple of people would think that this issue is being overflogged. This is the third time this kind of situation is occurring. I don't know if you can recall the first time it happened. The second one was the one of Benue with Hyacinth Leah, and then this is the third one. And there are talks that this may continue possibly ahead of the 2027 elections. Now, let me take you in the situation with Kano. The Kano state government actually explained because they were going through their elections and they feel that some political thugs could take advantage of such a gathering, and they told them that having to organize such a rally in supporting or having to celebrate Peter Obi's birthday may be taken advantage of, which was properly and politely communicated to them, which they obviously obeyed. So the question is, why couldn't the state have a polite way of responding to Peter Obi in that regard? Secondly, is it constitutionally right that he ought to write to the state governor before he comes into the state, considering the fact that he's a political figure? Another thing is it possible for him to have done his donation without having to go there physically, like most people would discreetly do and not do it publicly? Because even if it is something he normally does, people see some of this his act as a political antic ahead of garnering support or advertising himself ahead of the 2027 elections. What do you think, if we want to objectively look into this in this prism?
When PDP was in office, did you hear this type of nonsense? Was there any time they stop APC from going to any place, either rally or donation or whatever? Was Tinubu not allowed to go anywhere he wanted to go when they were in opposition? Please, somebody should call and tell me when PDP stopped any opposition from moving around Nigeria to campaign or whatever. There was nothing like that. Now, under APC, you can see those people who are claiming that I don't like Tinubu. Look at what we are seeing under his government, and he's not even addressing it. Look at how this man is creating problem in Nigeria, dividing everywhere, dividing everybody, demarcating everybody. But he didn't know that this thing will bounce back to him. So if now he want to campaign and want to go to Anambra, they said no, you should not come. That one will become news. But this thing that is happening under his watch, did you hear any reprimand? No. I mean, as a president of Nigeria, you see somebody spreading hatred, your own party member, and you kept quiet. So why would I think that you are the one telling them what they are doing? Why would I think so? Under your watch, you said you protect life and property, and your party members are causing this mayhem all over the place, and you kept quiet. We are not even talking about what the boss are seeing in Lagos here, which you claim is your vineyard. Nobody addresses this thing, all because we have decided to be gentle and peaceful in Nigeria. Look at what we are suffering. Esther, the day this thing will boomerang now, they will tell everybody how the Igbos, anywhere they go, they cause trouble. Wherever they go, they do this, they dominate. I don't know who is telling this nonsense. What did we dominate? Is there any place in Nigeria you will go to that and you see that the Igbos have taken over that land?
All right, Barrister Darlington, let's address again. I don't want you to. I don't want you to railroad or the conversation into a particular prison. These are national issues.
Yes, I know. Hold on. It's because of those small things that we don't take care of. That's why it has gotten to this level. Because before this thing can continue unabated, there must be a reason. Okay, give us that reason. Esther, where is that reason? What brought about this hatred? Tell me. They say you dominate what? Esther, is there any place in Nigeria that you can go today? They say, the Igbos that they own here, they don't even want anybody to cross. So they have dominated this place. So it is our land. Though. They claim it. They did not even pay for anything. Please, is there any such thing? Tell me. Meanwhile, the people that are doing this, nobody is mentioning their name, Esther. Nobody is calling their name. What kind of mentality is this? What exactly did they? So to be successful is now a problem.
Okay, Barrister, reacting to this, you know that the Ghanaian government invited Chukwudi Jude Ihenetu, the gentleman who was captured in a viral video, claiming he intends to establish an Igbo kingdom in Ghana following an alleged purchase of a tract of land. Now, he clarified that it was an old 2013 interview, which he deeply regrets. He assured that he has long abandoned that idea and has not purchased any piece of land for that purpose. Now, remember when I was defining hate speech when it's the political season? So this video was way back in 2013, and some supporters of this administration went and brought out that video, sent it to bloggers in Ghana, told them that this particular ethnic extraction like to dominate, that this is what they do wherever it is they are, and that that's what they're about to do in Ghana, and that was how this uprising started. They also posted videos of certain persons destroying shops, and they attributed those shops to be shops of a particular ethnic group residing in Ghana. The Ghana government had to come out to deny that no, they did not destroy anybody's shop. There are consequences to this, Barrister Darlington. implementing, and it's the consequences we need to address. Now, the idea is this: wherever it is these individuals reside outside the country, they want to be tagged or given a bad name so that they could possibly ask them questions, deport them for whatever reason. Again, this is the malicious, acidic hatred within our political dispensation. At what point in time would a 2013 video be dug out? What reason did you want? What kind of tension did you intend to create? Something that was that old, and the man has apologized, and it was a very ridiculous move. So the question is, why are these issues not addressed? These are divisive tactics and antics being organized just because of politics. When did politics become this dirty, this bad, this divisive, this acidic actually, and that has derailed governance and fractured Nigeria's unity?
Esther, I ask you again. When PDP was in office, did you hear or see this type of thing? The answer is capital no. Why is it happening now? That means somebody is behind it. No doubt about it. There is no smoke without fire. Somebody is behind it. Esther, remember in the 80s during the Shagari era, there was this Ghana must go. Remember? Okay. Good. Now, Ghana must go. Was it when an Igbo man was in office? Now, Ghana must go that was carried out by a Fulani or a Northerner, an outside man that was in government. The Igbos are now bearing the brunt in Ghana. Can you just imagine? They now want to retaliate with the Igbo man and his business in Ghana. The question is this: I've asked you this question. Is there any place the Igbo man dominated without paying for it? Is there any land anywhere that you can say this place? So
yeah, they're complaining that you don't go to another person's place to say it's your kingdom and act like you're a king or whatever. Sometimes back home they're not recognized as kings or anything. They apply these chieftaincy titles to themselves, and they feel that in the host country where they belong, you don't come there and call yourself something that you're not.
Esther, please go and check. There is no place you see any Nigerian community, either Igbo, Yoruba or Hausa, outside Nigeria, that they don't even organize a group. They have meetings.
They have their representatives.
Good. Please, how can such a thing become a kingdom?
They say others don't talk about it. Others are not loud about it, but the Igbos are always loud.
Okay, hold on. In Lagos here, an Oba said if we don't vote according to his will, all of them will jump inside the lagoon. When he made that statement, listen very well. All the Igbo leaders in Lagos here, all their small chiefs that organizes them in different locations in Lagos, they came together and went to go and beg that Oba, Esther. If they are kings in their own kingdom, will they do that? Look, I have always told, don't listen to what is being said. Look at what is happening practically. That's what I've been telling you. Don't look at what the people are saying. This thing you are accusing the Igbos of, is that what they are? Have you seen it being demonstrated practically that they are challenging an Oba in any part of Yoruba land? Have you seen it practically? I just give you a very good example. That statement by the Oba is enough to galvanize this other Igbo chiefs in Lagos and say, okay, so we are going home to go and tell your people there now. But they went to beg him, even with that provocative statement. Nobody said it. Nobody. Even have anybody replied them in the Southeast, Esther? Or we don't have kings in the Southeast, Abi? Obi-Onitsha is not there. Ilo-Mwanya is not there. You mean they cannot issue a statement telling the Igbos all over to do this or that? I have told you here, we are the white men of Africa, not even Nigeria. We don't have time in all these shenanigans. It is people of low grade that are into this type of nonsense. I have said this severally. Practically, we are demonstrating it. Look at all the provocations we have suffered here. Yet nobody replied. So where is the domination? Esther, where is the domination here? Tell me.
All right, Barrister, again.
Please, when they say this, don't even entertain this type of talk.
No, there is nothing about entertaining. These are topical issues that have come up since the political space of 2023, since the political terrain in 2023. And these are topical issues that we need to clarify and educate ourselves about.
Look at what they did during the election.
So again, what happened to the National Orientation Agency? This is the agency that is meant to make sure that comments like this do not fly, call for unity and harmony, correct some of these anomalies, and let us have a smooth transition, that is a smooth process of administration in governance. Nigerians, we are about more than 700 ethnic groups in this part of the world, and it just feels like basically politics is one thing that has fractured that beautiful harmony that we enjoy. So why is it National Orientation Agency not sending memos to the political gladiators who create environments for this, and also want the citizens not to be pawns in carrying out these activities. Marita, when you see the political elites sit down and have conversations, they drink the merry. In fact, lately I saw a video with Ojos Okalu and Akpabio, the Senate president. They were coming out from a meeting, they were merrying, they were talking, they were happy. Meanwhile, some other political persons at the bottom barrel of the echelon are busy fighting themselves for these individuals. Isn't that a clarion call for clarity as to how persons have become pawns in the chessboard of these politicians for them to get their own agenda?
Now, if you are discussing with an APC member who happen to be your member, whatever, I don't have any issue with that. Ojikalo and Akpabio may be talking and all that. We know who he is in the southeast, and he knows himself. But what we are saying is, Esther, you were here because you mentioned national orientation. Whatever.
Yes, agency.
They will not talk. Oh, Esther, as long as these things are against the Igbos, they will not talk. Quote me. You were here when Fulani terrorists told the people in Jos, nobody can push us out of this place. Nobody can send us out of Plateau State. Did you not hear it? And immediately, the following day, they started killing them in that same place. This is a heinous crime by a certain ethnic group. Nobody talks about it. Nobody discusses it. And I ask myself, why? Is that how we are going to be united? And so when you hear Igbo agitating on the color that they want, these are the reasons.
Barrister Darlington,
these are the reasons.
I don't want us to just focus on
serious?
just the Igbos.
Who else?
Because there are also fragmentations in other ethnic groups as well. Other groups that are not properly represented. They may not just talk, but it doesn't mean that this doesn't cut across.
No. If this doesn't happen to any other ethnic group, will you hear it? I will hear it. But they can't even try it. In Lagos here, just let us, they say charity begins at home. In Lagos here, who has suffered more? Whenever there's any political events or election, who has suffered most? Don't we have Benin people here? Don't we have Hausa people here? Even Rivers people. I don't know in this Lagos. But during the election, who suffers more? Is it not the same Igbo? What did they do wrong? That they want to vote. Tomorrow they will say, the Igbos are here, they don't contribute to anything. During the election, they don't participate. But you know, ask yourself, who made them not? You can see what I'm telling you. They will accuse you of what they are very guilty of. They think they are guilty of, they will accuse you. Esther, this thing must stop. Oh. Remember. In the Babangida book, he said the main reason for the war, civil war, was because Gowon could not stop the killing of the Igbos in the north. Is that not what he said?
Yeah.
And you can see it coming now, coming gradually, until this thing will ignite. That is when they will now remember that the Igbos are troublesome. Now that the Igbos are begging, leave us alone, they will not hear. Leave us alone, they will not hear. Anybody who did not know what happened in 1967, look at it happening.
No, we cannot allow. We cannot. I remember the late Ojukwu himself said that war is not something that any nation.
No, they didn't witness it.
And he also said that he expects that Nigeria should not get into this kind of situation. It takes the country backwards. That incident actually took Nigeria backwards. A lot. Not just for the Igbo ethnic extraction, but even for the entire Nigeria as a whole. Barrister, so again, I feel we all know, as based on the Constitution, every individual has a right to aspire. It is not only for certain extractions. It is not for the Hausa Fulanese. It is not for the Calabaris alone. It's not for the South or the Southwest. Every Nigerian who think they can offer themselves to serve has the right to campaign, to contest. They shouldn't be mutilated, demonized for wanting to express their ambition. Which brings us to another angle of the conversation. Now, whenever we hear political parties come together to talk, is based on the resonation or the vibration of the rest of Nigerians as a complaint of not getting the good dividends of governance from the administration of the day. Now, if the administration of the day has been able to do something, not completely 100%, it's just 2 years, but address certain needs that were witnessed in the previous administration, maybe we wouldn't be hearing this clarion call for change, or we don't want to continue like this, which is obviously what brought up the whole coalition thing. Now, we're going back to the coalition. For the coalition, they had spoken recently that they think Peter Obi Tinubu is not 100% with them. They're also saying that he has not shown any form of wanting to fully be in it. Dati Baba Ahmed, we saw a video of him trying to speak with some factions of the Labour Party, whom obviously there have been issues with, and that is the Julius Abure faction. He organized a press conference and he said something, that the Labour Party is a party that actually brought about 10 million votes. He didn't even say 6 million votes. He believed that the Labour Party won the 2023 general elections. Why would he walk out of it? He tried to broker peace and say he is 100% still part of the Labour Party, and he had actually criticized the interest of the politicians in the ADC. He had questioned their interest in wanting to run. According to him, he says he sees the party more about themselves, not about the interests of Nigerians, and anything that has to do with just wanting to unseat Tinubu shouldn't be the basic of the order of the day. It should be about delivering good governance to the people and not just wanting to remove an individual. There needs to be an ideology. Do you think this is part of a move with he and Peter Obi to resolve the imbroglio in the Labour Party, and possibly Peter Obi having to adopt the option of running with the Labour Party?
Esther, listen very well. As long as Wike has been talking with Abure, Obi should not go there. Obi should leave that Labour Party. Let me see how far they will go in the next election. Let me see how far they will go in the next election, because the insult and embarrassment is too much. This is the party this is the man that made your party to be recognized. You do not appreciate it. You do not appreciate it. All of a sudden, Abure has become a seat-touch chairman of a party. Even when the tenure has expired, even when the Supreme Court has spoken, some people are now backing him to remain there. Is that where you want to be to go to? And they will be fighting every day. Do you think Abure want to leave that seat for now? He will not go anywhere, and he will not work with Obi, because Wike has been talking to him. That's the truth. So whatever Dati Ahmed is saying, he's talking to himself. That party is not the only party. So anybody telling Obi to
you say he's talking to himself?
Yes, now
he's talking to himself.
Yes, he's talking to himself, because
how?
Hold on. The thing that happened in Labour Party before it get to this level, where were all of them? Dati had not spoken. He just came out now to make peace. Where was he when they were dragging Peter Obi up and down? Was he with Peter Obi?
I don't understand what you mean by that. He was part of them when they unveiled. He was there, but he had always when they unveiled their coalition together. He was part of them. But after that, he was invited to a television station and he was categorical. He said his mind. He said the coalition should be about the interests of Nigerians and not about certain individuals who want to have an opportunity to grab of power. He says if the coalition is all about making sure that Tinubu is not there, without them having an ideology to resuscitate the economy and give Nigerians what they need, he will not be part of such a coalition. And he also said it again that he will always be with Peter Obi. Now there have been talks about the fact that Peter Obi may have adopted another political party. A lot of advice have been coming. You have been insisting, and Kenneth Okonkwo have been insisting, that Peter Obi should be a vice to Atiku Abubakar. Others say no. Why would that be so? How do we know that an agreement will be lived up to? And they are advising that he resolves the issue in the Labour Party. That was a party that gave him the prominence, or at least that was a party he rode on with the prominence in 2023. Barrister Darlington, let's just hold on. And it will not make sense to walk out of that party like that, join a coalition, become a vice. Others believe that it's either he leaves the Labour Party, goes full on to the ADC, become a VP as has been speculated, or adopts another political party and work with them. But they feel that to unseat an incumbent as a person, as Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is not something he can literally do alone. So Dati Ahmed is actually there to broker peace, and a lot of people feel that it's
between who and who?
To broker peace in the Labour Party, to make sure that the party becomes formidable as it was. But we saw pictures of Abure with Bunyesun Wike. We've also heard that Wike, along with some other PDP stalwarts, feel that Peter Obi is their product and that he should come back to the PDP.
You can see, Esther, have you seen what I've been talking from the beginning? You can see how they want to confuse Peter Obi now. You can see all of a sudden PDP want Peter Obi, Labour Party want Peter Obi back. He's now indecisive. Esther, can you see how they can confuse the man? He's not indecisive.
How are they confusing him? He's a man, and he has all his equity with him.
Listen, why are they not talking to Atiku to come back to PDP?
Atiku can't come back to PDP. It's not serve his interest.
Why are they on Obi? You can see what they're telling Obi. Be decisive now and spell out what you want. You can see how they are trying to confuse him to disagree with himself.
How are they confusing him?
Because by the time Labour is calling him, PDP is calling him. ADC is calling him. Where will he now? Where will he take this decision?
Who says that because of all of that he can't make up his mind?
Are you serious?
Is he a child?
Okay, why are they not calling other contenders?
What? He's a bride. He's a bride.
Really? Is Amechi not there? Is Atiku not there? Why are they not shopping for them? They want to confuse P2B, and that's why I'm telling him, take a stand so that people will leave you alone.
Well, Barrister, there is still time. He doesn't necessarily have to join. After all, El-Rufai has not left the SDP to join the coalition.
You know those ones. They are P2B. For all I know, he's the most prominent politician today.
In your words, you want Peter Obi to enter the coalition with his 2 feet and be a vice to Atiku?
And make something out of it.
Make something out of it in what? In whose interest?
I said let him take decision on where he's going.
There is still time for him to join. There is still time if he wants to join the ADC.
Are you serious?
Yes, there is still time.
Then they should leave him alone and stop dragging him. He has already. In fact, they rejected him before. Why are they calling him now? With a weak spreading his tentacle all over the place. No thanks to Tinubu.
So you believe that if Peter Obi comes back to Labour Party, Abure is an agent of the APC
what
and will neutralize that?
I can Peter Obi work with Abure.
But if Dati Ahmed believes that he belongs to the Labour Party and he's working to strengthen the party, obviously, are you saying that it's not in partnership with Peter Obi? Are you sure that it is not both of them that are into this together? Some people feel that Dati feels that he may not have any political relevance to the ADC, and to maintain his relevance, that's why he wants the Labour Party to work, so he becomes a vice president. Does it make sense?
All the Buccaneers in the Labour Party have their hands off. I don't know what is waiting for Peter Obi to come back and then now make a mincemeat of him. I ask you again, will Abure work with Peter Obi? You know it's not possible.
There's supposed to be a convention. Abure's tenure has expired.
Are you serious?
He needs to admit that. What if he agrees to go through the process?
Has he left the party then? Even when the Supreme Court ruled, has he left?
Well, that's INEC's fault.
Really? And even INEC, nobody can prevail on INEC to recognize the authentic chairman of a Labour Party. Abure is still there, flexing his muscle, and that's where you want to be to go to. Abi, you can see how they are confusing him. We have told him from the beginning.
Keep saying they are confusing him.
If you are Peter Obi shoes today, you'll be confused.
Barrister, do you know what it is for you to be part of a coalition that, according to them, that coalition has been on for 18 months? Would you say that all the while he was having conversations with them, he doesn't know what he is doing?
Oh God! Look,
I'm just asking.
Look, hold on. Why is it that now these parties are calling him? Why?
It's normal.
It's not normal. They should be calling Atiku too. They should be calling Atiku, not Obi. That's what I'm telling you. Why him alone? Why? Other people that left, why are they not calling them back? Why must he be Peter Obi? And you are telling me that there's nothing wrong there?
All right. The ADC has ruled out former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi from contesting for the presidency under its banner in 2027, citing constitutional provisions that bar individuals affiliated with other political parties. Now, despite Obi's open association with the ADC and his declared ambition to run in the next general election, the party's constitution makes it clear that only registered card-carrying members who have fully severed ties with other political parties are eligible to seek its nomination. According to the ADC's third schedule on primary election guidelines, Article 8 on membership stipulates that an aspirant must not belong to any other political party, and if previously affiliated with one, must have formally resigned. This clause presents a major hurdle for Peter Obi, who remains a prominent member and current leader of the Labour Party. That's why I said, are you sure it's not in tandem with Peter Obi that is trying to reconcile that political party? His media aide Tanko Yunusa confirmed that Obi has not left the Labour Party, stating that, well, that will be made public if he decides to do that. At the moment, he's still a member of the Labour Party. In contrast, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and ex-Rivers State Governor Rotimi Amechi appear to have a clearer path within the ADC. Both political heavyweights are no longer members of their former parties. Well, I don't know of Rotimi Amechi, but I know of Atiku Abubakar. El-Rufai is still in the SDP, which is why I said there is obviously still time for decisions to be made. Barrister Darlington, I want us to take a listen to this former ADC presidential candidate, and that is Dumebi Kachiku, where he very recently made a press release. I think that was 2 or 3 days ago, during the weekend precisely. Let's just listen to Dumebi Kachiku, and then obviously we'll get to open the phone lines.
ADC family and my fellow Nigerians, I find it necessary to once again address you on the recent events within the ADC. But before I get into that, let me state the following. I am an Igbo man from Onchubo in Delta State of Nigeria. I'm a full-blooded Nigerian and have the right to aspire to the highest office in the land. The presidency is not and will never be the best right of one section of this country, no matter how much propaganda they spread. There's a lot of deliberate misinformation going on by these agents of destabilization, masquerading as a political coalition. There is a clear difference between a political coalition and a political gang. The first has noble ideals, while the gang seeks power for personal gains. What we have here today is a gang unable to survive outside political office, seeking to hijack the ADC as a means to revive their personal economies. They are truly on a rescue mission, but it's a mission to rescue themselves from the harsh economic realities we did themselves created for our nation. They accuse me of being a paid spokesperson for President Tinubu, and my response is this: it will be an honor to be a spokesperson for the president of the largest black nation on earth. But unfortunately, that's not who I am. Political jobbers who have no visible means of livelihood are always eager to tar others, but I remain unfazed. They, with the active support of their cohorts in the media, now say they are the ADC. They are not. I can call myself the president of America till I am blue in the face, but it doesn't make it so. They are offering some of the state chairmen as much as 20 million naira to resign their positions, which goes to show that their intentions are not honorable. My question to this gang is this: if you succeed in paying off all the ADC party officials at state and local government levels to resign, what next? Our constitution still doesn't allow you to assume their offices. This is the plain and simple truth. Your money will get you nowhere in the ADC. If you have to build your rescue mission on fraudulent misrepresentation, it just shows who you really are. The imposter who claims he is their spokesperson made bold to say that I am merely the former presidential candidate of the party. I'm not a party official. His pedestrian argument is that only party officials can challenge party affairs.
Exactly.
This is the same elitist ignorance that brought Nigeria to this point, where we believe Nigeria is only for the rich and powerful. Bolaji, please be informed that every member of our party, no matter how poor you people have made them, have a say in the ADC. This fake coalition is staging events in different parts of the country where they pay poor Nigerians to say they are decamping from other parties to the ADC. This is the typical strategy of these old politicians, and they have had enough of it. They need to sing a new song. Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar, a man whose antecedents clearly shows he doesn't believe anyone from a certain part of Nigeria is deserving of being president of Nigeria, orchestrated this charade for his personal benefit. He almost truncated President Obasanjo's return for a second time because he believed the seat was his. President Jonathan suffered the same fate, and then after 8 years of late President Buhari as president, the same Atiku Abubakar believed it was morally right for him to be the presidential flag bearer of the PDP in the last presidential elections. This was most unjust and unfair, and led to the current disintegration of that party. He is now using some charlatans to deceive former Governor Peter Obi that only he, Atiku, has what it takes to win an election because he can get majority of the North to vote for him. This is really uncharitable of him. If the former vice president says my assertions are not true and that all he wants is a better Nigeria, I then challenge him today to publicly declare that equity demands that the presidency should stay in the South for another 6 years. He can then support any Southern candidate of his choice. He will never do this. But if he chooses to continue on this slippery slope, I want to reiterate that the ADC is not for sale. It's not an old people's home. We are a party that believes Nigeria needs fresh faces, fresh ideals, and fresh ideas.
So, Barrister Darlington, what?
I don't like listening to this type of...
Why?
Hold on. I don't like listening to this type of nonsense, seriously.
Why do you call it nonsense,
Hold
Barrister?
This man was there.
Who?
This man that you're talking now.
To maybe catch you.
He had been there. What did he do to uplift ADC until these people came? What did he do? Practically, what did he do to that ADC until these people entered there? At least to show that yes, He has done more. Look at what he's saying. A former presidential candidate who couldn't make it. Why is he demonizing other people? Tomorrow, the same people will ask you, what did Atiku do? A man who cannot spend 1 naira.
Maybe Kachiko is not the only person that has such concerns.
I said
other persons.
Hold on. Please hold on.
Just wait.
Hold on.
We need to make. We don't want to constrain things from a particular person.
Hold on.
Let's dissect this issue.
We are dissecting. Hold on. You are talking too much. You are talking too much. Listen. The party officials resigned their position to accommodate ADC and this coalition. It's on record.
Okay.
It was because Kachuku or whoever he is was not called upon and pleaded upon and begged because he was just a former presidential candidate. That is why he's blowing hot air.
Okay, Barrister, can I come in here now?
Yes.
Maybe Kachuku said they came and met him. They approached him. I think I played it on this platform.
Yes, he did.
And he said that he said, okay, fine, that is very good. But that they literally told him that what they wanted with the ADC was for Atiku, and that he felt that was wrong because it's meant to be zoned to a southern candidate. So it was when they made that statement that he decided not to continue that conversation with them.
Who was there?
What do you mean, who was that?
He's telling you, were you present when this thing was discussed?
So you know that was because I'm not present, we shouldn't take it to
I said this discussion, there should have been somebody to confirm what he's saying. Have you had any other confirmation from somebody else? He's the only one saying it. Look, Esther, I told you, stop listening to what you hear on air. It will not be true. I am telling you.
So your own now is the truth.
Hold on. What I'm asking you now, from what is going on today in Nigeria, do you want people to continue in office? Answer me.
Barrister.
Do you want this not answer something? Is it written anywhere? We are talking about rescue Nigeria from Tinubu's hand because he doesn't know what to do. Look at where he has put us. No, tell me. All the people are saying is about this and that. The person in office today, is he better than the people you are criticizing? Answer me. If Tinubu were in opposition, will he tolerate this type of government? Will he? I don't know how you people talk about this as if you are talking to children. Are you happy with where Tinubu has put us today? Are you happy? Even the APC know that they are failed. Why are APC people from CPC? Why are they leaving APC today? Why have they not said that they don't want Tinubu? They have distanced themselves from him. We are talking of somebody who will help to rescue Nigeria, and you are talking about.
Are you sure you're not the one that is confusing Mr. Peter Obi like this?
No, you are the one. No, you are the one. I have told him. I have given him my advice. He himself
is that he should run as vice.
Why not? If not, as long as it will produce result, because he himself cannot do it alone. That one is certain. Even Peter Obi knows that. Peter Obi knows that he cannot handle this alone. So anybody telling him to go and run alone, that person is deceiving him. Yes.
What if the ADC decides, maybe right now they haven't said anything yet, they will conduct their primaries, but what if?
Let it happen first. I've said it here. If they do primary and Atiku wins the primary, then we must work with a deputy now.
What if Atiku decides to support Peter Obi eventually, but then Peter Obi has not become a cabinet member of the ADC?
He's going to do that now. That's it.
He's going to do that. Why is Date Ahmed trying to restore peace in the Labour Party?
No, the election is in 2027. Is that not true?
Yes.
There's still time. Let it happen first. Let it happen first. Then everything will fall in place. Okay. That's what I'm saying. Because we are looking at northern vote. Peter Obi cannot get it without a northerner. He can't get it. Quote me. He can't get it.
Are you speaking from a prism of Peter Obi being a nationalistic leader, or you're looking at it from a prism of is the time of the Southeast?
Listen very well. Okay. We have suffered enough with this your nationalistic bent. Azikiwe, that is why the Igbos are where they are today. Azikiwe, he was the towering figure in the First Republic. These people that even came after, in fact, they used to go and listen to Azikiwe at Campus Square. In those days, they used to carry one elevated platform and give Awolowo to listen to Azikiwe's speech at Campus Square. But what did this man do with all those political capital? He was talking all over the place, Zik of Africa. He wanted to unite Africa. When he wanted to unite the whole Nigeria. Meanwhile, his able brothers are suffering. Nobody, he didn't rally around them. With that position, the Igbos now, they were on their own. Look at where he kept us. When the three of them, Saduna, Awolowo, and Azikiwe, we are called them gods in their own region. What did Azikiwe do with his own political capital? Instead of him to use it to rally around the Igbos, he left it thinking he can unite Nigeria. Awolowo was telling him that Nigeria is a geographical expression. He didn't listen.
All right, Barrister.
Now look at where we are. So those things you are saying is in the past. So
is in the past.
Is in the past. Seriously, is in the past. The Igbos are saying that they must get into the system.
Barrister, any leader that emerges needs to emerge as someone who represents every facet and interest.
Go and tell that to Awolowo. Go and tell that to Tinubu. Tell Tinubu that's what you're saying now.
Very recently, Ali
Tell him.
Ndume spoke to President Tinubu and told him that it was important for more representation and federal character for the Southeast.
Really?
Yes, he said so. But other people feel that for a region that did not really vote for you, why would you want to consider them? I'm just saying, for a region that did not really vote for you per se, why would you think of them first? Ali Ndume says, now that you are representing the North, represent the Southeast too.
In terms of economic contribution in the whole Nigeria, no other ethnic group can beat the Igbos. Quote me. I mean, economic contribution all over.
Every ethnic group contributes.
Listen. I said,
where is your statistics coming from?
What are you saying?
Where is your statistics coming from?
Hold on, I'm coming. In this Lagos, tell me any other ethnic group that is doing more business than the Igbos.
What is your
I said you can't say, just show me where. From Alaba, hold on, Esther, please, hold on. From Alaba to Ladipo's Paper Market, to Aspanda, to what is it called, Ikeja Computer Village. Mention any other place that is majority there. You can no longer talk.
Barrister, there are other sectors.
I said the majority
that contribute to the economy of Lagos and other states.
Majority. Tell me.
Barrister, you cannot give that. You cannot give that generalistic really? Without accurate statistics.
So, what are you saying?
I'm just saying.
I don't ask you which other statistics are you looking at? I don't mention places where you. Do you know how much they contribute to Lagos State in tax every day?
Barrister, this thing you are saying now is why they are targeting your people, because you are saying that it is you that is doing everything.
Yes, because hold on, I said in economic contribution. Look, I was specific. I said in economic contribution, mention any other person in the whole of Nigeria. Wherever they go, they say yes, they are very enterprising. Even in Ghana, they say they are very enterprising. Is that not something that you should compliment them for? Hold on, is that not something that help the economy to grow, to help the Nigerian to develop? Why are you neglecting that and calling that they dominate? Is it not because of this thing they are doing that people say they are dominating? Are they doing it for free? Are they doing it for free?
Barrister, when you're talking of leadership that represents, do you know that there is a situation, there is an educational crisis?
Where?
Educational institutions have gone moribund. There are no proper infrastructures for good learning environments. Most of the structures in our educational institutions are very old, very, very old, way back during the First or Second Republic.
Who told you that your leaders
Barrister, I am saying that especially for federal educational institutions, the laboratories are ill-equipped. They don't have proper learning environments, no proper accommodation. Students are thronging into these institutions. No proper number of teachers to represent the number of students that attend these institutions. There is a serious decay in educational infrastructure. And when you look at things from this prism and you want a leader just because of where he's coming from, a leader is meant to be someone that will represent every group and tackle these issues, which brings me back to the conversation. Why do you think that Atiku represents that and not a Tinubu if you want something different in the scope of things?
Good. From all indication, Atiku has been tried and tested. He's not an extremist.
Okay.
This insecurity that's going on is coming largely from his ethnic stock. It's only the owner of a mad dog that will call the mad dog to order. Are you getting what I'm saying? Let us try Atiku and see whether he will curb this insecurity. That's the truth.
Just insecurity.
I said, of course, when there is no insecurity, you can be free to go and help for a living.
Okay.
Yes, you can go to your farm. Make sure that when you go there, you come back.
You're coming from a strategic lens.
Of course. If not, how else? Esther, how else? Can the Peter Obi go and confront the Fulanis? Ordinary Jonathan, when he confronted them, they say he was doing ethnic cleansing. He was cleaning their brothers. Is that not what happened? Let us allow the North to clear the mess they brought us in.
Hello, my wonderful people. As we have finished watching this interesting video, please, I want to see your comment, your contribution, your opinion in the comment section. Like I said earlier, let us do it constructively. Tell me what you think about this video that you have just watched, and also about the platform. If you haven't subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please remember to subscribe, put on your notification bell, share this video, and remain blessed.